Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the squad. Wait. Welcome to BTG squad. Tricks and trickettes.
Aliens got them down.
Dudes and dudettes. Errol.
What's up?
How big is your taint?
Wow. Guess I wouldn't know.
What?
Because I don't measure
Your
my
taint, dog. You know how
good.
big your taint is?
I'm good.
Oh, Dave knows it's called a gooch. Don't worry, this is all part of my plan.
Oh, okay.
So you really don't know how big your taint is? I've measured mine. Mine is it's big. It's good enough, right? I got a very good taint.
That's good to know.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. So this actually has scientific meaning. How large your taint is.
This is why you measured it?
Hey man, I'm just making sure that I'm, up to snuff on my medical crap. You ain't gotta make fun of me, skis.
We'll see where it's going.
First of all, the taint, the medical term for taint is the AGD, or the anal genital distance. Parents, if you have small children, perhaps now would be the time to have them leave the room. Only kidding. It's not going to get much more graphic than that. Okay, so...
Except that we're talking about the taint.
Hey, man. Take it easy. Man, give me my time.
We'll go with it. Let's see.
All right. So have you ever heard of Dr. Shauna Swan?
No.
So Dr. Shauna Swan, I wrote this up, but I used a lot of information I listened to her podcast that she did with Joe Rogan, and I listened to, I used some information that I found on Russell, is it Russell Brand or Russell Grant? I think it's Brand.
Brand is like the
comedian?
English guy. Yeah,
Russell Brand. I listened to a video of his and I gathered some information from that as well. But Dr. Shauna H. Swan, PhD, is one of the world's leading environmental and reproductive epidemiologists and a professor of environmental medicine and public health at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai in New York City. I don't know if I said Icahn right or not, but whatever. An award-winning scientist, her work examines the impact of environmental exposure, including chemicals such as phthalates and bisphenol A, on men's and women's reproductive health and neurodevelopment of children. So what Dr. Shauna Swan recently discovered is that males who are born can have differences in the size of the penis, the taint, and the term AGD, anal genital distance. That's the medical term. And the scrotum, leaving them
your ass to your nuts.
Yeah, from your ball sack to your
asshole.
Trying to be professional here, but damn,
well,
it's tough.
Layman's terms.
Layman's terms, correct.
Yeah.
So, so
layman's terms.
The taint is layman's terms. I hope you guys, forgive me. AKA the gooch. Dave called it out. It is a gooch. I didn't know that until I listened to a certain podcast and I heard them talk. It was called the gooch. But so she discovered that males who are born can have different sizes in the penis, the taint, and the scrotum, leaving them what they call incompletely masculinized. And that's if the mother has been exposed to phthalates. And this phthalates word, it's spelled Phthalalates. So it's a really weird word. It's not spelled the way you would think it's spelled.
One thing I don't like, do they tell you what that is in this description? Or
yeah, for sure, dog.
Okay.
I got you. I could tell you just before we
What are
continue
phthalates?
reading. Phthalates, it's like a byproduct of chemicals, basically. And they use phthalates to soften plastic. And a lot of the food industry uses these plastic that has these phthalates, this chemical phthalate in it. And the phthalate is water soluble or water whatever. So it can dissolve off and it gets into food products. So it's actually, they've tested it and they found out that it's in a lot of fast food restaurants like McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. A big shout out to Taco Bell in the irrevocable, inevitable, immortal, powerful, eternal, beautiful, wonderful words of the great and powerful Reverend Andy Stumpf. You can go eat a bag of dicks. Once you're done with that bag, talking to Taco Bell, once you're done with that bag of dicks, you can go promptly find a new bag of dicks, eat that bag as well. Okay? Andy Stumpf. You can look him up online. He has Cleared Hot podcast. He's on YouTube.
I had Taco Bell for dinner, so.
How dare you, sir?
Taco Bell, hey, hit us up. Give us some sponsorship.
No,
Hey,
screw
cut
Taco
it
Bell.
out.
I'm a fair weather. I've given Taco Bell so many chances.
Did you know they're actually getting, I think there's like a court thing going on through Taco Bell. They're getting sued.
Good. I would
I
like to
actually just
join
read
the
it the other
suit.
day. I think that's why a lot of them, why they're getting like new ownerships and stuff. People got out of the
Dude.
business.
I did a video on Taco Bell. You can go back. It was one of my coffee talks. Oh,
What happens if you got a small tank? I mean, get to the
Yeah.
let's
Let's get to the back. Let's get back to the gooch.
So this small.
Isn't it funny now? Sorry. Isn't it funny now women have bags called Gucci bags? Never put that together till now, man. I'm just saying, you might want to change the name.
Gooch bag. Well, women have small gooches.
Walking around ball sack on my shoulder.
This show is off the rails. We've lost
But anyways, let's get back to the gooch, the taint,
explicit.
the
I'll
wonders
put that at the beginning of the video if I can do
let's
that.
go.
But anyway, so if the mother has been exposed to phthalates, these boys that are born can be born with smaller penises, smaller taints, and smaller scrotums. So, in other words, phthalates alter the development of the male newborn, and this is now called the phthalate syndrome. The CDC has done studies and discovered that phthalates are, everybody has them now. They're in everybody. And this is all, it started out in the 1950s with the revolution of the scientific, everybody was getting into science, and we're starting to make plastics and all this crap. But, so what Dr. Swan discovered is that the AGD, or the anal genital distance, in males matters when it comes to sperm count as well. Men with a taint that is smaller than whatever, okay? Men with a taint, if this hurts you, leave. I can't help you. This is about as professional as we could be. Men with a taint smaller than 2 inches were 7 times more likely to have a sperm count in the subfertile range than men with taints measuring 2 inches and greater. So, if you got a taint smaller than 2 inches, I'm sorry. It's game over for you, son. You got to work a little harder than the rest of us. My taint is bigger than that. So,
That fucker points straight to the
amen. Point straight to the gods.
They holding hands.
I don't know. I don't know if I can put this show out.
Can't ride a bike.
Oh, okay. Go through it, Jackson. Just go through it. Let Skis laugh. Do his thing. Skis and Dave are having a good old time about this. Another study in California showed that infertile men versus men who had produced a child also had smaller taints.
Hey man,
So
what's
this-
wrong with you? Why are you sad, Jimmy? I can't
Taint's
get on a
small.
swim with taints.
So hey, small taints are connected to infertility in men, and small
It's a terrible
taints
thing.
small taints is a byproduct of the mother being exposed to phthalates, and then that gets transferred over to the male fetus. So you can blame your mom if you have a small penis. You can blame your mom if you have a small taint.
Mom, why'd you give me a small taint?
Mom, why were you eating all those plastics during the pregnancy or whatever? You know, blame your mother. Sorry, Mom. I apologize.
Why?
I truly do. The growth of these chemical tracks, the growth of all of these chemicals that are the phthalates, this all tracks with the growth of the petrochemical industry because they are made from petrochemical byproducts. And this all started in the 1950s. These plastics are just one of the many chemicals that are affecting our hormone system. A new study shows that phthalates have been detected in food, which we talked about this, from popular chains, McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Taco Bell, and Chipotle.
So everywhere you like to eat.
Pretty much. After researchers obtained 64 food samples from the chains and found that over 80% of the food contained the phthalate DNBP and 70% contained the phthalate DEHP. Both of these chemicals have been linked to reproductive health problems. Phthalates are added to plastics to make them softer, and they can transfer to food as they're being, moved around. Now, the EPA has said that the phthalates in the study have detected levels that are below the agency's protective threshold. That's the EPA, that's the Environmental Protection Agency. But there is a lot of evidence that the FDA is being bought and bribed by the food and beverage industry, and the FDA leaders close ties to the very industry that they were supposed to be regulating present a startling picture as they let greed guide a lot of their decisions. But the main point here to all of this is that if you're having infertility problems, phthalates, and your taint size, this is for men, a podcast for men.
Better.
Well, plastics, man.
Don't go out to eat. Get some organic shit and eat it.
Hey,
at
man,
home.
you don't have free range to curse now. I'm just kidding. You do. I don't. Yeah, it's out the window. We're over all that. You can. I'm just messing with you. That's why I'm drinking out of this Bragg's. Not true. It's not why. I've been drinking these for years, but this is Bragg's apple cider vinegar, but it's in a glass bottle. You see that? Oh, Skis is drinking glass.
So can you increase the size of your taint if you need to?
Mm-mm.
The tank stretcher?
Yeah.
Negative. There is no taint
There's
stretcher.
no surgical procedure.
No, dog. You can shove some pretty... Well, I'm not going to say that. You can stretch some things out on your body.
What I think would actually be worse, since it has something to do with plastic, what about bottled water? Because plastic eventually starts breaking down and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So when you drink, if it gets real old.
And you know what the beautiful thing about this is? We can blame women.
So you gotta do glass, boys and girls.
Yeah, do glass. So your mother is responsible. So this actually should be a message to women, not even men. Because once we're born with the taints we're born with, you can't change it. So your mom has the ability to,
first it's the apple, now it's plastic.
Right. She can maybe help. I don't know if the mom is exposed to a certain amount and it's just over. Now she's going to produce whatever. But I know that it is the mother who passes it on to the child, the male child. And it's her levels of phthalates in her body, which are these plastic chemicals that's in plastics everywhere. It's her count of that is going to transfer over to the baby male fetuses. And it can cause your son to have an itty bitty little guy and little nuts, little, little taint, little, all that. So measure your taints, boys, brothers. Measure. Go get a ruler. If you're bigger than 10 inches or 10 inches, you're good to go, son. Don't worry about it. Now stop messing with plastic, though. Everybody. Something you want to say, Keys?
I was wondering if it affects women too, because they got their
if it affects their taint size. I don't know. The study didn't really mention women. It affects women in that
maybe that affects them as far as being able to reproduce too, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, not as far as any of this as the studies were showing. No, it affects women in that they pass it off to men, and it reduces the male hormones levels and stuff. And
so even worse.
It almost feminizes men.
So is it even worse if your dad has a small taint and your mom has these phthalates?
Probably. But so if your dad
keep eating McDonald's, you're gonna make everybody eunuchs.
Yeah, man. Eventually, you know, you're gonna get to the point where people can't reproduce, and we're already
Hey, guys.
struggling with it in this world, I think. What?
Eventually, it's like, hey guys, what's up?
Hey. Yeah, guys' voice are gonna get like higher and higher and higher.
I
and-
said the whole like man, brain fart. I can't think of the word.
What? Phthalates?
No,
Taint? Hormone? AGD?
basically hormones.
AGD? The anal genital distance? That's the scientific term. I did not come up with that. That's not something Jackson just made up.
Sounds like a sniper term.
We're going for the AGD.
Is that like a show on like NBC where you sing?
Hey, man. I'm tired of this skis. America's got AGD.
America's Got Taint.
America does have AGD. Guys,
Taint one more time.
our taints are shrinking.
You need to have a taint counter on the screen. It goes up.
Taint, as the times, yeah. We've said it a lot. I understand. There's no better term for it. You know, I can describe it. I think that's a little bit, that's worse. Taint is what you get. Gooch. Gooch is good. I like Gooch.
Gucci Prada.
It's that no man's land between two spots.
Wasn't there a rap song? He's like, she's got that $1 million. Was it Gooch? What did he say after that? I don't know what that guy said. Anyway, what do you think? You gonna measure your taint this evening, or?
No, bro.
Well, you've had kids. It's over for you. You probably don't even give a damn, do you?
No.
You're like, yes, please. I need more plastics.
I just want my shit to stay tight when I get old. I don't want that shit drooping to the ground.
Oh, it's gonna
It's like
sag.
Dave Chappelle when he talks about getting Botox in balls. You remember that?
Oh yeah.
He's like walking around. He's like, check out these balls.
Didn't he say he was just gonna get one smooth egg or something
Well, he
down
wants
there?
them smooth like an egg.
Yeah.
So when he like, check out these eggs.
Hey man, people underestimate the importance of your nuts as men. You know, it's good for them to be smooth.
I get
What?
it. Hey,
Oh.
give them what they want, right?
I'm just trying to lay out some helpful information for you guys. Tell your wife, stop eating all that plastic. It's going to affect your boys. Okay? Start drinking glass, ladies. You know? You want your son coming out, and then it falls into all that gender stuff. You never know how much of that is being affected by the plastics that's reducing the hormone levels in males. You know? We don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
Bunch of guys are like, man, I don't feel right. That's because your scrotum is only 1.5 inches. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah. All right, then.
All right. Cue the music.
You got a problem. Oh, I can't do anything. Skis has cues the music. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, we definitely talked too long. Go check out BTG Squad on YouTube. You're already here.
Hey, we got merch, hats.
Yeah, no,
stickers.
not yet.
No?
We're getting there. BTG Squad out.
Peace.
Where are the aliens? Maybe they're among us. I don't know.